I'm a 5-time world jump rope champion. I invented and patented a world revolutionary jump rope technology that changed the fitness industry. And I am the founder of Jump and Rope. I'm Molly Metz. I was born in Colorado. I have lived in Boulder County my entire life. We live in Louisville now, but I've been traveling my whole life, so it's just nice to call a little sleepy home, home.
I'm a Belgian citizen that came here 8 years ago when I met Molly. Moved in with her in her small apartment, so now we're sharing 800 square feet with 2 people. Went through immigration's process. I became a citizen February 22nd, 2024. I own businesses in Belgium myself.
We're nerds of fitness, and I think some people will be like, all you do is work out, but we don't. We work out once a day for an hour, give or take, and I know for me, just a lifetime of sports, I just find necessity out of a workout. It's a release, it takes away my stress, I can feel confident. I don't know if you can say the same things.
Yeah, I can, yes, and definitely also with the line of work I'm currently doing, it's really nice to be able to go work out after and just ground yourself, especially when I have to travel to DC when I come back home. Coming back to our gym and our CrossFit community, the people, it's very nice to go back to this reality, real people. I also love the competitiveness that we have going on.
We do. So we'll secretly be in the gym and you're in the middle of a workout, and if you've done CrossFit, you're in your own thing, but like in the corner of your eye, you're like, Dirk's 2 reps ahead. I'll get him in the next round. Yeah. And I don't know why we do it. And then we'll talk about it later, and I'm like, I got you in this workout.
Which happens very rarely that she gets me.
It's stupid that we like this, but we have problems. Yeah. When I was 7 years old, I joined a jump rope team. The jump rope team was in Boulder, and I saw the jump rope team come to my elementary school, and I was a little jock. I was playing softball and track and just running around playing soccer and whatnot. And the jump rope team was so cool. So I asked my mom if I could be on the team, and she said no, and I said it was free, and she said yes. Come from a family of 5, and we just grew up on a farm, and that was great for her that it was free. So I joined the jump rope team, and my coach is the founder of the sport of jump rope. I don't know if you knew that. So what did that mean is that he was so just dedicated to making jump rope not just a playground sport, but a sport, right? So he took us kids all over the world. So I literally traveled the world from the age of 8 to 14. I went to nearly 35 countries. I was never in school, so that makes sense why my grammar and my math and all that's not so good, but my jump roping is great. But that was such an impactful way for me to grow up that when I got older, I realized that jump rope was just a part of me, and I wanted to start a business and really to work with kids to get them active through the sport of jump rope and kind of give back, kind of what I got back. As the owner of Jump and Rope, my big part of my business is to travel the world and to work with athletes, primarily CrossFit athletes. So I'll go just to different countries, different states, and conduct seminars. But in this instance, when we met, I went to Paris. There's an event that I've been going to, I don't know, I've probably been to maybe 6, 7, or 8 of them. It's once a year. All the athletes get together in Europe, and there's a big event called the French Throwdown. And so I went there, and I was selling my ropes, and I took a break, and I walked to the restroom and walked down the stairs, and here's this guy walking up, and it was Dirk, and we looked at each other, and it was like this, it's like the universe just like, you know, putting 2 people together.
So at that time, I owned one of my businesses, which was protein bars and whey protein. And so we started talking, which seemed like 5 minutes, but actually was like 20, 30 minutes until we decided we both had to go back to our booths because there actually was work to do.
Yeah.
But even then, I remember one of the topics was that you had your patents and you were going through this thing with Rogue Fitness, and you hadn't sued them yet, but you were going through that whole experience of them stealing your invention, stealing your technology. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, it's just to date that back. It was around 2012. I had just started to realize that companies were infringing on my jump rope technology, and what that means is that as a business owner and you have a patent, you have this right to protect your invention, because getting a patent is a big deal. I mean, I spent 4 years. It was about $40,000. You know, you have friends and family helping you and putting into this big initiative of getting these patents to protect your rights. So yeah, in 2012, all these infringers are popping up, and I was going to work with Rogue Fitness. They were going to do a licensing deal with me, and I was very excited. Then they went cold on me, and they decided to steal instead. So I was reflecting on that, telling that story, and just how devastating that is as a small business owner to have a big Goliath like Rogue just back out of a deal, and then sell your product again and again and again. And we design and we develop all these different technologies with all these little nuances that are really, really smart, you know. And I think these Goliaths are just waiting on the sides, waiting for the Mollys to create, waiting for these innovators to create just so they can steal it. And it's really, really unfortunate. When you're awarded a patent, you get a little book, and there's a gold little ribbon on here. But what's most important on here is what it says. So I'm just going to read a little portion of it, but it says, grants to the persons having title to this patent the right to exclude others from making, using, offering for sale, or selling the invention through the United States of America, or importing the invention into the United States of America. So this is basically giving me the right to stop others from selling my idea. And I don't know if the average American understands patent law and our rights, what has happened in the last decade plus. 2011, Congress said, hey Molly, your right to a day in court with due process and a judge and a jury, we're going to take that away. We're going to create an administrative court, and you're going to have to go there and prove the validity of your patent. You don't get to stop your infringer anymore.
It's just that it's not what it used to be anymore, and that is because patents are a really powerful tool. It's an economic tool. It attracts investment, and larger entities don't want competition. It's a tool that allows you to enter the market. You can keep your competition at bay for 20 years because it's a limited 20-year lifetime of your patent. You can keep your competition at bay. It allows you to grow your business, hopefully strong enough so one day you can compete with the other guys, and they don't want that. And this is, of course, after a few years of experience with the patent system and with lobbying the Hill and talking to people in Congress. Yeah, that's it. It turns out that a patent is not what it used to be. It used to be an asset, and it has turned into a liability.
But also in some sense, these last, I'll call it 6 to 8 months, finally getting some traction with really hard work. Like Dirk goes out to DC almost every week, telling the stories of thousands of other inventors and myself and what happened to us. It's about taking dreamers, you know, us, and now we're becoming lawmakers in some sense, and that shouldn't be the case. And I want to say this as we jump into how to advocate is, I don't know patent law. I'm learning it, and I get nervous around that, but then I realize, you know what I do know? The truth. And that's what matters. I know how to build a business. I know that when I got a patent, I was told it was to protect me. When I invested $350,000 into my company, I believed that. And I went with that. For almost a decade, I was protected. And it's really strange when you go through that business and you hire employees and your friends rally around you and they're proud. And then one day you sue your large infringer and they're like, all right, let's go. And then your patents are taken away. We finally have legislation. It's for inventors. But Dirk and I, in the now, right now, we're kind of getting out of this victim and this pummeled feeling and nobody's listening, and finally there's some law. And we're also feeling like, wait a second, we're not going to let this affect us anymore. And especially for me as a business owner, I mean, I have not done anything for my company, Jump and Rope, in terms of marketing and excitement. Like, I'm a creator and I should be talking about all the people I'm working with and the little nuances and how I'm helping and sharing. I'll tell you, when you are an innovator, especially when you have a patent and people steal, the last thing you want to do is share. And that's sad. We share for a reason. We have patents, we share so we can innovate upon and stack upon it, and our country becomes great and we build. And that doesn't happen. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to share. And I'm going to start launching my new products. I'm not going to patent them. I'm going to tell the world why not. I think that will bring awareness to what happened because it's important. And I'm excited to just get my content out there again. And I started Jump and Rope with the intention to get kids and adults excited about jump rope. It's that simple. I have awesome products. I have the best jump ropes in the world. I have my mind. I have 40, how many years? I can't do math. 42 years of jump rope experience. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to get that out there. We haven't been doing a lot of things for ourselves in a sense, and we should. And that's not like I feel sorry for us. We just haven't. And I think that just comes with advocacy work. And we get so involved with what we do.
You lose track of things that you like and that you actually want to do and should be doing. And time flies by fast. And
A wise man with a long white beard and long hair once told me that time is the most precious asset that you can give because you can't take it back once you've given it. Sorry. We're giving our precious time because it's important to fix.
Why are we doing what we're doing, right? We're not going to get our patents back. We could just lick our wounds and go focus on our business. But we don't do that. And I'm a big believer in life that everything, maybe this is cliche, happens for a reason. This happened to us. I can say this about myself, but I've been a victim of this for the last 2 years. And I think this system is designed to batter you down, be a victim, and go crawl in a hole and don't talk about it. And I know this because I talk to other inventors and they say this, and it's so disheartening and sad. And then I think about who I am as a person, and I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete since I was 7 years old. I've won 5 world championships. I was varsity, I had all these scholarship offers. I'm tough, and I'm a team player, and I'm just like, maybe my patents were taken away to open up this picture, this door to this corruption, and it happened to me because I can do this fight. I hate this fight. It's hard, but I'm going to do this fight, and we're going to do it bigger. And I'm proud of where we've come. It's taken 2 years of like sitting in the shits, sitting in the victim mentality, but we have been learning. And we're smart now, and we get what's going on. I love that we're part of a group, US Inventor, smart people. We're walking the halls of Congress, and we're doing the work for the American people.
We have to advocate to level the playing field. It's really important. When we do this, you're creating legislative influence. And your voice as a constituent to your legislator is the most important thing that they have to pay attention to. Use your voices, talk to your family and friends, spread it out. You're a spark. That spark creates a fire, and that's you. When you go around and you create other sparks, and you light little fires here and there, all of a sudden you have a blaze of fire that can't be stopped anymore. And that's how you get attention, that's how you get media involved, that's how you get your legislators' attention, and that's how we become unstoppable.
It is so hard to get a new law for inventors, and Dirk kind of, in a way, has single-handedly done that. And we're just 2 regular people, athletes who run a gym, who had a jump rope business, and we're changing law. And that's cool. And I want people to know that we're doing that for you. And anything we do moving forward, and we ask you to sign a petition, put your name, do it. Buy real, Find out who the inventors are from Real Technologies. It takes a minute. Look up what you're buying. You might pay a couple extra dollars, but support them. And I love that. And I just wanted to say that. I'm excited for the next piece.